Hello, my name is Alan Mitchell, and I'm here with Nicole Williams. We're going to talk about the Richland County Property Tax Renewal Ballot Initiative. So, Nicole, if you could please introduce yourself just a moment. You've got a lot of roles that you fill over there at the Area Agency on Aging.
Sure. I'm Nicole Williams. I'm with the Area Agency on Aging, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer, which really involves a lot of different things, but whatever is needed, I'm willing to do.
Awesome. So, Nicole, let's get right to it. Why do we need a property tax renewal levy to support the Area Agency on Aging?
Sure. So this is the Richland County Senior Services Levy. It's not a new tax, it's a renewal, and it helps support seniors in Richland County 60 and over. And we have a lot of different programs that are funded through the state and federal area. But for us at Richland County, we're able to do a lot of innovative things that we are not able to do in our other 8 counties because we have this levy. And one of the nice things is from a state or federal level, when we get funding, they think they know and understand the needs of what's happening, and they do, but there's a lot of times where you're in the mix in Richland County and you're like, no, we actually need this. And so for Richland County with the levy, we're just blessed to have it because we can fit and meet those needs, using these funds.
Now let's talk specifics. What services does the Area Agency on Aging provide that are here in Richland County for its citizens?
Sure. So the Area Agency on Aging, just so everyone is aware, it was brought about during the Older Americans Act, and our focus is to allow individuals to age in place. And so we've really seen a change, especially during COVID, where individuals maybe were in assisted living or a nursing home and we're kind of on lockdown, and so you've seen a shift even more so where individuals want to be in their home and age where they're most comfortable. And so we provide services to allow that. So if someone is able to live in their house, but the bathroom is not compatible anymore. They have a tub that is a fall hazard, or they need grab bars. We're able to accommodate that. So that's home repair and home modification. So ramps, a ramp being added. We do roofs, hot water tanks, any kind of thing that might happen in your home that wouldn't allow you to age in place. We could possibly fix. We do transportation, home delivered meals. We have a congregate meal site at our main location at Hawkins Corner on Tuesdays, and it will be expanded to Thursdays as well here very soon. We have wellness programs, emergency response systems like the button that you always see on TV. We partner with Richland County to do that. We offer tons of information and referrals. So one of our best pieces that we have in Richland County is that if you just don't know, the best thing to do is come in or call, and we have navigators that can kind of walk through and understand what's happening and kind of say, like, peel back the onion. Like, I've had friends who their parents are in need of something, they come in and they came in for one service and walked away with 6 others they didn't even know. We help with benefits enrollment, and we have lots of different programs to help with social isolation. Just recently we had a whole group of individuals in to make signs that you hang on your door. It was a craft. It was all free. We do different events throughout the year that are fun and just allow individuals to kind of engage and still be a part.
Sounds like you do a lot. So what percentage of the Area Agency on Aging budget does this $1.5 million levy represent? So
this levy, if you have a $100,000 home, would cost about $53 per year. So I'm just saying that it's $53 a year if it's a $100,000 home. It's about less than 9% of our operating budget, and it's strictly for Richland County residents only, 60 and over. And so we have a very good way of tracking that and making sure, because we do serve a total of 9 counties, and so Richland County is the levy that we operate here.
Okay. So any CIC partners with Area Agency on Aging to assist us in funding our elder program? What other services or strategic partnerships are improving the lives of North End residents?
So we have the OSU Meals site where individuals can go and receive certificates to go on site and have meals and kind of engage in a different setting and, have lunch where the students have lunch. We have the meal site at Hawkins Corner. We offer transportation. And then we have social isolation grants, which I know that you You were awarded last year, I believe, and then this year you'll be awarded again. And so that's exciting. We have the Richland Academy of Arts, which I'm hopeful that the North End takes a part of. There's all kinds of different classes that they can attend. They'll also be doing some additional things with social isolation, so to keep your eye out on that. We were able to offer, using our levy, that social isolation grant that you're awarded also is being awarded to other companies in Richland County. So really, hopefully everyone, if they can keep their eyes open on Facebook or the newspaper, will be announcing it. But all of those services will be free, like Black Belt Fitness, I know, hopefully will be doing some additional work with us. I believe the farmers market will have some. So we're excited. And then even just helping with home repairs or home modification, I've gained a relationship with someone on the North End and get to sit down with them as some home repairs are happening, just because they feel more comfortable while I'm in the home. So the person maybe wouldn't have qualified for our other home repair, but because we had the levy dollars, we were able to secure some additional resources for.
Oh, that's excellent. So what would happen if this levy were to fail?
So the levy allows for us to have local match, which some of our federal funds require a match. And so that would cause some concerns for us in terms of how we would receive that local match. We also provide local match to other communities in Richland County. So Shelby and Lexington look for our dollars to help support their local match, which, is something that I didn't necessarily understand until I, became part of the area agency, but it is a requirement for some funds. And then we have a whole department that is geared towards helping individuals in Richland County, specifically for the levies. So it would be a reduction in services from in-home care. I know we were talking beforehand in terms of, we were trying to be innovative and having individuals that need in-home services, but the providers are short-staffed. We were able to hire additional individuals to provide those services. So things like that would go away. We wouldn't be able to move quickly. So during COVID, there was an increased need in meals. And so originally, before COVID, we had about 40 individuals that were served at our congregate meal site 1 day a week. We went to about 180 individuals getting meals 5 days a week, and we called it the grab and go. So on our Facebook, or on our, I guess you could find it on our Facebook, but on our website, you could see what we call mission moments. There's a beautiful mission moment that talks about that. But there was a point in time where the COVID dollars went away. We had about 4 or 5 months that we needed to fill before additional funding came in to continue to support that larger amount of meals. And without the levy dollars, it would have just came to a halt. And so someone who was really in need of those meals would not have those for a period of time. So it allows us to kind of be quick and move to the need of Richland County. And so what that looks like in the future, we're constantly analyzing and working with our partners to try to find out the next need. But, something like that would have never happened if we didn't have the levy.
So you mentioned being innovative. And so as the operations manager, I can only imagine you're looking at these grants. You're looking at these opportunities that might be duplicable in other communities. What's on the horizon? Will these funds allow you to be innovative in a particular way that you're targeting?
Yeah, I think so. So one of the pieces that comes to mind as a proven success story is, again, with the in-home services, what we saw was if someone coming out of the ER would need in-home services right away. They didn't have the ability to wait a week, 2 weeks. They needed care immediately. But with the staffing shortage of our providers, they wouldn't necessarily be able to always fill that role. So with levy dollars for Richland County residents, we were able to hire our own STNAs to fill that need, to manage that gap. And so with that, though, what we did was we were able to create a program, make it valuable, make sure that we're meeting the requirements that our state agency and our federal funds would require, and then show that we had a proven track record. And we went to the Ohio Department of Aging and asked for a waiver. And because we were able to show such success, we were able to get that approved. And so we were no longer then needing to use levy dollars. We were able to then have the Ohio Department of Aging pay for those services. So we still have that program in-house, but now we're using other funds, which is what the area agency tries to do. We try to be really good stewards of the money. It's not something we want to. We always want to be innovative, so we want to look for other funders. We want to use the levy as the last resort, and I think we've done a pretty good job. Another piece is community health workers. I know you have one or two here, maybe. We need them as well. We have seniors that need a lot of different things and maybe need someone in their home to help. And so with the levy, we were able to hire a community health worker strictly for Richland County residents to be able to help with all those social determinants. And so I think as we look forward to how, we might play a role, housing is a big initiative, for Dewana, the CEO, and just the area agency as a whole. I mean, we're building Ritter's Run, which will be open in the summer. We're just finishing some foundation work, but it's been a little bit wet this spring. But we hope to continue to leverage different dollars to continue building housing, and the levy allows us to kind of fill in those gaps if need be, to provide in-home services in terms of, like, for Ritter's Run, we'll have a service coordinator in there who will help with those social determinants. So it allows us to just kind of meet the need as we see it present itself.
Okay. Why 1.5 million? Is 1.5 million enough to keep up with the needs of our community?
So when it was time for us to come back and look at the renewal, we evaluated. The census tract is increasing in terms of older individuals, and Richland County, has that. But when we look to see where we are and where we want to be, we believe it is enough. We don't believe we need to ask for any more. Again, like I said, we really focus on being good stewards of the money, and so the STNA program that I talked about, for example, if we were to continue it solely on levy dollars, it would have us ask for more in terms of this renewal. But because we were able to jumpstart it, show that we had proven success, and then look for other funders, that's the main goal, is that we maintain the current amount that we're receiving to just allow us to do things like that in the future. And our goal is to always look for other sources of funds. The levy should always be the last one that we use, and to be able to do fun things for the community, like those social isolation grants, different activities. That's where we want to focus and do those innovative projects that we have, but to then look for other ways to fund it continuing.
Sounds like your staff is doing some amazing work. That work doesn't always make the Richland Source or the Journal. Can you give us an anecdote or two from the last couple of years about one of your all-stars, something that they've done?
It's hard to say because all of our employees, all of our staff members are all-stars. I mean, they're all there for the same reason. We all play a role, and I think we know what our role is in terms of helping older adults and those with disabilities. And I think any one of us goes above and beyond, and I think that's my problem is I have like this flood of different stories that are popping in my head, and I don't know which one exactly to pick from.
Well, we'll go someplace different. Okay. Is there something that I forgot to ask you, something that you wanted to share with the community in terms of support for the levy? Yeah,
so the biggest thing is I think sometimes you don't know about us until you need us. And, someone might be 60, they don't really feel like a senior, but they might have an aging parent who's 80. And that's usually when they come and see us first, is because they have an aging parent or a relative or a neighbor who's looking for help. Even today, I was downtown talking with a group, and someone who was also involved with the church said, that means you could help someone in my church with a hot water tank, because they've been without a shower for the past 2 weeks, and they're older and they don't have the funds, and we were really trying to figure out what to do next. And so in those occasions, yes, we can help, and we have, the ability to help that individual. And the nice thing is with Richland County is I know that we can help, even if that person's a little bit over on a certain guideline because we do have those levy funds. But that person that I was talking to has been in the community forever. I just know, and they didn't know about us or the services, and not one person in the church, did we come to mind. And as much advertising, and we have billboards and Facebook and social media, and we try to go out to events all the time and talk. It's like you don't know about us until you need us. So if I could stress one thing, if you have yourself or someone else that is in need of something, the best thing to do is just call us. We have these amazing individuals called navigators, and they can, walk through and talk and decide, what you might qualify for, how we might be able to help you. And if you have someone who says, well, I probably make too much money, please don't do that, because we have different funds. And so you might not qualify for one fund, but you qualify for another, and they're all different based on their requirements. So for the home repair and the home modification, there's 6 different funds, for example, that fund that. So yes, you might be over income on one, but we can still get it taken care of under another fund. So I would just love if everyone remembered to call us. And we've had some individuals call and they're 58, 57, because they feel like seniors. And, we never turn anyone away. We will make sure, there's times where I reach out to United Way and say, hey, is there someone that can help? So it's not like, we're not going to find the answer. We'll figure it out, even if it's not us who has the answer.
I appreciate your time today, Nicole. It's been a pleasure. I hope that the levy goes well for you.
Thank you.
But until we meet again, hopefully it's not when the next levy